What's up? Hopefully the microphone's working. I haven't got to see if there's even anybody here. And if there is, thank you. Let me pop over. Hopefully the microphone's working. Everything looks good. All right. 3 watching. Well, thanks for being here. Basically, what I'm going to do is unbox. I don't need these on. A brand new laser that I just received from Monport. It's their GI60 60-watt MOPA. Excuse me 1 second here. Okay, it's a 60-watt MOPA JPT source. It's in the box that's sitting right here beside me. I have not opened it yet, so the plan is to open it live, get it set up and burning, and hopefully nothing goes wrong. I like doing these live unboxings and doing the first burn. That way we get to test it out and see how stuff ships from the manufacturer. It's a true test, and then that way they don't have any control or say over what happens because it's live and it's freshly unsealed. Hey, Danny, Jack, HTL, thanks for being here. I appreciate it. And thanks for leaving a comment. And if you don't mind, you could always share this on your socials and maybe bring a few more viewers in. But I do want to show you an upgrade I did to my unboxing knife before we unbox. Let me just adjust the camera. As you can see on the top, it says unboxing knife rules. So then with the rules we have no accidents. So don't cut your arm off. We have no backstabbing. Cannot do that with the unboxing knife. We have keep away from lunatics, because you don't want any lunatics with your unboxing knife. And last but not least, no knives for babies. Babies should not have your unboxing knife. So those are the 4 basic rules of an unboxing knife. I just thought you guys might find that educational. Definitely. No knives for babies. It kind of makes me laugh. I get a nice chuckle on the inside. Hello from the UK, David, and hello from Denmark. I'm waiting on my MOPA getting me excited. All right. That is the Ninja of Nibiru. Well, what do you think? Should we just cut this sucker open? See what's inside? Okay, thank you. Thank you, Jack, for dropping the link. You'll probably get, I mean, I'll just come out and say it. You'll probably get banned for it, but that's okay. Not really. It's not okay. I just put my knife back. I got so distracted by that. Whatever. I didn't ask for it. All right. Let me switch camera. And I've got comments up here so I can keep an eye on what you guys are saying. And HTL, ha 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 ha. Snicker, snicker. Jack, I'll have to fill you in one day. But yeah, I'll definitely fill you in one day. Okay, here we go. Unboxing knife. I don't think I cut into anything. So that's a good sign. Oh, nice. So we have a box in a box. Ooh, that's a fancy looking box. This is when the unboxing knife comes in very handy. Oh, I can just cut the whole box open. Look at that. It says Monport on the side. How cool. All right, that's a lot of cardboard there. All right. Let's see. All right, you can see it says Monport on that side, and on the other side, it's got a cool little picture. So let me get that spun around so you can see that. It's actually worth taking a look at. Then there's some markings on the other side of the box too, or on the side of the box, end of the box. It's not terribly heavy. Okay, so you can see this side says Monport. Then this side, it has a little picture of the fiber laser. Then on the side, the end, it has FDA markings and some other markings there. I don't know how I did it, but as big as that thing is, I misplaced the unboxing knife. There it is. Okay. All right, freshly opened. Put the blade away, and I'll go through the contents as we see them. And I'm going to get a different angle now. Yeah, Jack, I didn't give my camera arm the little blue pill it needed, and it kind of went limp there. Looks like owner's manual, cap. Says make sure to remove plastic protective cover of the field lens before engraving. Very important. There's one USB and looks like an OTG adapter, so it adapts to USB to USB-C. They included the spec sheet from JPT, which is always a good thing. These should always be in the box. We have a nice long ruler, 50 centimeters, and 2 pieces of black poster board. You know what this stuff's good for? Core files. So here is the tower and the gobble head. Here's the tower, and it does have a motorized Z. Here's some more foam packaging. I'll have to see how the white does. This does use the smaller lenses. I have no idea what lens it came with. But it does use the mini lenses, I guess you'd call them. There's a cable that might be for grounding or something. We'll find out. Some engraving samples. I'll pull those out and we'll go through them. Blanks, not samples. Excuse me. Engraving blanks. Then some glasses. I don't know if I'll use these, but I do have a laser power meter. So we can put the glasses in front of the meter and see how much power is passing through these glasses just to test them out. Hey, Gio, thanks for stopping by. Foot pedal. Knob for the Z-axis and power cord. There's something else there. Hardware. Screws. This is a nice little package. Just need to make some room. That's all I do is make room. One of these days it would be nice to have a proper shop. And a toolkit. USB cord. And it looks like some plastic acrylic type jig bars. That's everything in the box. Guess we can consult the manual. Follow the instructions to assemble this thing. Well, there really aren't assembly instructions. It's more just a picture of how everything's assembled, but I'm sure I can figure it out. Anybody have any questions? I'm watching the comments. The pharmacy does have a lot of shelf space. But that just involves moving more junk to make room for more junk, which is what I do all day here. I'll have to pan around this room before the stream ends just to show you. I added another tool tool chest to help organize some things. So we'll see how that goes. All right, so it looks like we'll need to tighten the set screw from this coupler onto stepper motor here. And they have the 4 threaded hole. Well, there'd be 8 threaded holes. There are 4 on this tower, so we'll need to get 4 holes in there. And then this base plate has 2 here and 2 here. Let me see. It did come with a tool kit, so let's use the tools that came with it. And hopefully I didn't set my reading glasses too far away. I think so. Oh, Geo, I didn't look at that. Let me look now. YD FLP E60 M7 MR. So it is an E series. Sorry, I'm trying to get that glare to go away. There you go. Good enough. So there's your cutoff frequency range for this one. Waveforms. Okay, enough of that. Let's just get into the set screw tighten down. See, with NOAA laser and their motorized Z, you actually have to hook up cables because the stepper motor is outside of the machine. Now this one, the stepper motor is inside the machine, so we're just hooking up the coupler and not cords. If I can see it right there. Let me just take this screw out a little bit further. It does not want him to slide down in there. Ah, it's because I didn't loosen the second one up far enough. My bad. What did you miss? Did you miss Geo's arrival? It really helps when you loosen both set screws to put the coupler on the shaft. It really does. For these thighs, I try to do them quick and then end up messing something up. All right. Well, pretty self-explanatory. We have 4 black screws. Look like they should pop in there. I did change my mind. I'm going to my long-handled bit drivers. I got these bit drivers off of AliExpress a while ago. Laowa is the brand name. Laoa. So far, they've been my favorite type of hex driver. Well, this is pretty good. 6 screws total to assemble this thing, and 2 of them are thumb screws. No, sorry. If we count the set screws, just to loosen and then tighten, we would be at 8. Now, I'm going to show you. Right there is where we would mount this laser pad onto this plate using the 2 thumb screws. Again, pretty simple. And the days when you had to line up screws and tracks and try to screw everything in from underneath, they're pretty much over with these compact lasers. And there it is, 2 thumb screws in. It's assembled. Oh, I did forget one thing. We do have our emergency rotating handle for the top. So it looks like we have a plastic washer first. And then a piece will slide over top of this. It's not threaded, so it's got to just set down on there. And we have 1 washer and 1 screw. All right, it turns slow. Of course, it's going to be fighting the resistance of the motor, but if you need to raise or lower it, it's there. I like having the Z on the motor just because I'm lazy. I don't have to stand up and raise it up and down. I never thought I would actually like it that much. But now if I didn't have a motorized Z, I would definitely add one just for the convenience. For the Z to be controlled by the laser, you need EasyCAD 3 and an EasyCAD 3 board. And then Z would be important for 3D engraving, but for this purpose, not important for that. But if we look at, just like what Jeremy's saying, for how tall it is, look at my tower on this laser with the riser. It's so tall, it would be awfully hard to reach up and spin the knob consistently. So having that motorized Z becomes important in that case. I'm going to try to give you just a view of from here. All right, I'm going to, let's see, walk around to the other side, plug in the power cord. Then I have a USB over there, but from the NOA laser that I can use. And I can use the same power cord too. So that's what I'm going to do. Monport is supposed to be coming out with an enclosure for this that will be a soft enclosure, but it'll be made to fit it. So that will be nice once that arrives. Okie dokie. Let's see, emergency stop switch. Which one is the power? 2 is up, 3 is down, 4 is power. And there's an up arrow, down arrow, which I didn't see, and a power switch. And there's power. Hopefully. It's quiet. It's definitely on. Emergency switch is out, and there she is. Let's take a look and see what's on the USB drives. Then we can look at the little sample stuff they sent. Malware. That's a possibility. Let's see. Scanned with Windows Defender, no threats. So let's just go to... All right, there's a manual, EasyCAD user's manual. I don't know what that core file is for, but there is a core file, 91323, and it's recent. So that's a good thing. fonts, EasyCAD drivers. Okay, so that's all we need from that. Jeremy, you're hilarious. I love it. Oh, that makes me laugh. Okay, so let's add a new device. Just going to create it manually. JCZ Fiber, import EasyCAD. Go to the USB drive, software 20, and plug folder. Mark CFG 7. Import. Next. Finish. So we're added. Okay, now let me select that one. And it says ready. That's a good sign. And what I'm going to do is grab this core file. I'm going to copy that. I want to go to my Lightburn. Settings and crap. Hit the wrong button. God, I hate those buttons. Hate them. So let's do this all over again. Copy. Paste. Then settings, load core file. I'll go to Lightburn folder, settings. Right there it is. Yep, we'll see how that does. Have to check the timings as well. Okay, so there's that. We are connected. Ready to burn. They don't tell you what this cable is for. I need to look at the back. There's probably a grounding pin. Here are these. I've never saw acrylic plastic. Yeah, they're 2 layers of acrylic. One has a smaller cutout than the other. You got a smaller cutout and a larger cutout, and that creates the base for your screw head to set on. So if you have a CO2, right there's the way to create your own jig bars. So that was interesting. I was just double checking comments, make sure I didn't miss anything yet. All right, in this little box of goodies, we have cards of different colors and thicker ones, not the real cheapy ones. Good job, Monport, with that. There's a nice assortment of engravables in here. All right, we have some, looks like the black stainless dog tags. couple shiny stainless dog tags. Actual dog tags. So a couple of stainless bones. Those look like blue to me. Some blue hearts. Purple. Maybe the purple. Close enough. And 2 rings. And number 2. Easier to see out of the package. Okay, here's the ring. Cool little blue. I assume it's stainless. Fits my pinky. I did not order the rotary with this. I already have 2 rotaries. I don't need another one. All right, here's the jig bars and the screws for them. So these look like they're M4 screws for the bed of the laser. Yes, they are indeed. Let's see. Let me switch. 3 auto. All right, so the holes in that bed are M4. Let's see that. It's compared to an M5. Just so you know. My ring light that I had on my other laser broke, so I cannot use it. And I discovered that right before hit go live, so I had to have a backup light. And there is a grounding lug on the back of this laser. So that would be what that cord is for. Suspicion confirmed. Now, hopefully it'll get you some more light. There's a little bit more. Okay. Now, lens size, it's an F. It's a 200 by 200. Of course. However, it's a baby lens. Here is the lens. Let's compare that to my 300 lens from my other laser. Interesting. So it's an f290. I don't even know what this size is called for this compact lens. However, looking at where the mirrors are and the threading, I don't see why. You just need, you'd have to have some kind of adapter to be able to use them. But that's wild. I would assume this is the same type of lens that the EM Smarts and the other compact fibers are using. The real small ones like that. Ooh, that motor has a pleasing high-pitched sound. Okay, that is now showing in focus. I just raised that up. Oh. Okay, I just raised it up. Showing in focus. Here's my focal stick for my 200 lens on this guy. It's almost the same. Just maybe 2 millimeters difference, 1 millimeter, about 2. But according to the focal dots, it's in focus. And yeah, I can use roughly the same focal stick. And I'll have to consult my other tray of nuts and bolts, but I've got a bunch of M4s that I can use for jigging. Well, I guess it's time to frame something. Go to my art library. Let's see. All right. What do we want to mark? Do we want to just do something easy first? Like some thin aluminum? Or we want to do something thicker, like some thicker steel? You can always just do the standard business card. What do you guys think? There's an interesting reflection. Well, that's coming from ATEM. It's kind of got, oh, I don't know. It's weird. It's got the two video feeds kind of mixed together. Jessica Rabbit. Well, I wouldn't argue with Jack. Of course, the light is right there in the way. Let's see. Let's make this at 80. Well, we do need to learn how this laser performs. So it's probably a good idea that we burn something so we can learn how exactly it is going to do compared to our other lasers. Framing hammer. I could frame a framing hammer. All right, let me hit this with... let me find a crazy setting and I'll run it. Oh, let me turn the fan on. That'll work. That'll work for now. Frame. Good. If you look, that vent is moving slowly. I'm going to chance it. Hey, it worked. It was going good until the card started to bend, and then it moved itself. All right, so that worked. I got a thicker piece of metal. Let's burn something on it. Burn this. This thing would stay up if it wasn't twisted. That's what she said. Sorry. Couldn't resist. All right. Now let's get back to my Lightburn library. Steel. I'm just going to use the 80 watt setting, because I know it'll be pretty darn close. Now, what I do need is a couple M4s so I can put my air assist on there. So I'm just going to run this without air assist. Hi, Jimmy. Thanks for tuning in. Well, that was successful. Put together and burning while live in less than an hour. EasyCAD settings were importable off the USB, the core file. I have to double check it and see how it's working, but when I resized that graphic the first time to put it on a business card, it looked like it was correct. Yeah, it is correct. It's 80. And that's exactly what I typed. So it looks like their core file was good too. So kudos to Monport for including your EasyCAD configuration and core file on the USB. All right, that was 5 passes with a deep engrave setting, speed of 4,000, interval of 0.035, Q pulse of 500. See, frequency was 40, but since this is a 60 watt, I would need to have the frequency at 30 at our max Q pulse to get max peak pulse power. But it looks like it did pretty good at 40. Now Jeremy can throw me some MOPA collar settings, or Brad, for your 60 watts. And like, try something out. I didn't check level. I didn't check square. I just wanted to run it and see how this thing did straight out of the box, just for the average user. Average user isn't going to even know to check that kind of thing. However, I'll use my analog level and check and see how it is. All right, so that is showing, hold on, approximately 0 degrees. And that's showing, just hold it at the same angle. A little less than 0. A little less than 0. So yeah, looks like lens is level to the bed. Very good. And if we check across, you can barely see that. A little, like 2 clicks less than 0. That's right at 0. Let me get off of that. Okay. I was actually on the edge of that light. So 0. And the bed is 0. So it is, Gavel has perfectly level to the bed. So that's good news. Oh, that's right. 1.5 max. 40 should be peak. Okay. I knew there was a reason I was on 40. Thanks, Gio. Any questions? Anything you want me to try? Anything? There's just all kinds of stuff here. Let's see. I'll try something in the meantime. Hello, Randy. Thanks for stopping by. I'm going to try one of my 80 watt collar settings. Then we'll just see what happens. That's definitely not it. Hold on. One thing I do notice, and you can see it on camera right there, is the red light offset is not correct. That is the steel you sent me, Jeremy. Yep, and Geo noticed that the red light is off. Everything looks good. Having 60 watts in that small package is very nice because that's actually smaller than the NOAA laser. It's even more portable. I'll get the NOAA laser sitting beside it and we can compare the size. Oops. Hold on. There we go. It is starting to get a nice gold tint to it. Needs a little work. Now what I'm going to do is run a line. Then while it's framing, see, it looks to be about 1 millimeter down. Let me see if I can fix that red light. There's an offset in there. Where I imported the settings. And I went the wrong direction. I made it worse. That's looking a little better. Let's run it and see. Well, it's framing correctly. It's just off when it's running. The easiest way to fix that is to turn off the red light always on. Well, it's not turned on. It's all right, not a big deal. Where we at? Yeah, I just never have my red light on whenever it's marking. That's why it looked weird. Let's see. All right, what you want to see next? We'll just do a black mark on it now. What lenses can you get? That is a good question. We'll look at that right now. I have a link in the description. it's an affiliate link, but it also gives you a discount and a better price on these things at Monport. Accessories, fiber lens. They have the 150, 200, and 300 available. So not bad. The 150 is $105.99. That's not bad either. I might have to pick one of those up. What did Jeremy just send me? A photo. Okay, I'm going to input Jeremy's settings and burn this again. So Jeremy's settings are 1500, 60, 325, 200, bidirectional, 0.025. Auto rotate, I'm going to make that 97. I'm going to do 2 passes. And he does all shapes at once. That should do it. I don't know what color we're going for. That looks nice and dark. That's definitely jet black. Good one. Just watching it on camera, it looks amazing so far. And this steel hasn't been treated or prepped or anything like that. So it's just bare. Other than when Jeremy prepped. I think he might have prepped this one a little bit. Maybe not. I don't think so. Anyway. It's mostly black from most angles. There's a little blue in there. But it looks good regardless. Can't complain about that. Anything else we want to see? Somebody wants to leave me a comment, I'll see what I have around. I have a piece of aluminum that Brad has sent me for testing, so let's do some aluminum. That'll give me another chance to test the Z to make sure it's going up and down properly. Up, Excellent. I like it when things work right out of the box the way they're supposed to. All right. Jeremy, do you have a setting for blue on aluminum or gold? That would be great. I kid. Okay, I'm just going to set this to a dark aluminum mark and see what happens. I'm trying to look at all these and make sure the timings are good, and so far everything looks pretty decent. I mean, nothing's been running at 6,000 millimeters per second yet, but everything looks good. Looks like it is 50 centimeters, Geo, so it's a 500 millimeter tower. See, I need air assist hooked up and running, blow all that crap off of that plate. You can see it accumulating. Basically, what I found with aluminum is it's a lot like brass. The tighter your line spacing, the darker the mark you get. If the timing was off, it wouldn't be able to reproduce the detail inside the brain, that's for sure. Or those little lines on the laser symbol. Right now, this is running 1,000 speed, 80% power, 0.005 line distance, 200 Q pulse, 50 frequency. This one will do color on steel, aluminum. You can do shades with any fiber laser. You do have a blue on aluminum note. Okay, we can try it. There's only one way to learn if you can burn blue onto aluminum, and that is to burn to learn. It's nice and dark. Timings look really good just from my naked eye looking at this on camera. Obviously, where I got said black up there, it's a little bit darker, but that's a different laser. I was just running, haven't tweaked this setting for this laser yet. Be nice if I had a calculator to do that. Wouldn't it, Jeremy? You know anything about that calculator? That one guy, Gio's been working on that. All right, let's try Jeremy's setting. 150, speed, power, 27. Frequency 45, pulse 330, 015. And all right, I'll turn on crosshatch. Does that fill all shapes at once? For that blue? I'm going to assume it is. I'm going to assume this won't be blue as well. But it will be interesting to see what it is anyway. So here we go. So I don't know if it'll have enough power to penetrate through the crap on that aluminum. Maybe I should clean it off first. Let's do that. All right, I'm going to clean this off and then restart that job. So all I did was just added an offset to that graphic. Ran it with a medium gray color setting. This is brand new from Monport, Thomas. I don't know of anyone that has one of these yet. I'm not saying I'm the first in the United States. I'm sure there are others out there, but this is the only one that I know of at the moment. I know Rich, LA Hobby Guy, will be receiving one of these. So I know there will be at least 2 of them out here in the wild. And I'm going to be helping, now that I've received this laser, I'm going to be helping Monport out with their tech support. So hopefully, I don't know if that'll be more comforting or less comforting. But hopefully, they don't need too much tech support. All right, now I'm going to run this again with those settings. Now it's actually making a mark. Jeremy's got the laser on. I would be surprised to see blue on aluminum as well. I never saw anything like that. It's actually making it nice and shiny. I do like that setting. I found a setting for aluminum that makes it almost iridescent. It's sparkly. I'll have to try to run that setting with this laser versus the 80 watt and see if there's much of a difference. See if it's even in the ballpark. I'm really impressed with the size of this compared to the NOAA laser. This is the 80 watt, which is the bigger brother of the Smart 2 50 watt I have sitting over there, and this one's a good bit bigger, and then this one is a good bit smaller than the 50 watt. So you have three sizes to choose from if you're going to pick one up and head to a show. This one is taller and thinner. So you sacrifice some height with it being a little bit taller for them to make it more narrow, which I'm fine with. It's not that much height difference. $150 versus $183. It's about, say, 3 centimeters taller. All right, it's coming back for the second pass. You can definitely tell it's a little darker. I don't know if I'm seeing any blue, but I can check that. I'm going to bring this 50 watt NOAA laser over. Actually, that's a cool black and blue. And this is considerably heavier. The Monport is also deeper than the NOAA laser. So you're probably going to end up with roughly the same real estate. It just fits on a countertop better where it's more narrow. You have more room for stuff. I definitely don't see any blue. It does have a nice shiny finish. Now, there's a little bit of... you guys will have to be the judge. What's anybody have to say? Not seeing anything at the moment. I'm looking for one particular HDMI cord, and I thought I had it here handy, and now I can't find it. Story of my life. Looking for cords. Cords everywhere, but never the cord that you need. Okay. This thing's done, so let it focus here. And you can see it does have some different color to it. Turn this light off. There. I don't see any blue in it. But it does have that cool shiny finish in one angle and kind of a dull matte finish at another angle. Jeremy, are you still tired? Oh, guess what? I found the HDMI cord. Let me unplug this real quick. All right, I'm going to show you guys the difference in these lasers. It's just easier to use my phone as a camera. Somebody sending me messages. All right, let me get open camera open, and then switch over. All right, so now we got a clean HDMI. Here's the difference in size of the NEW Laser Smart 2 and the Monport. See, that's considerably wider. But the Monport is definitely taller. And they're all right, they're roughly the same distance from the edge, pretty close. And you can see it is definitely deeper. And then I have an extension on the NEW Laser tower. And this ruler the Monport sent is awesome. So that extension is 230 millimeters. So I can use the 300 lens on this, no problem. But if I'm just measuring the tower, 460, so 46. If we're measuring this tower, I'm not sure how far. If that does go up all the way, it'll reach a full 50. So there's the difference between those. Then this one came with a taller tower. Then I added an extension on that for the 400 lens. But you're looking at, let's see, 465 wide versus 330 versus roughly 380, 385. So three different sizes, just whatever fits best. But I know if I was going to go somewhere and use one, I'll be grabbing that one. Have more counter space, and it's still going to fit on like a folding plastic table. It's not too deep that it won't fit on one of those. I have not did a review on COM marker. I saw those, but I haven't did a review on those. Anything else you guys want me to try? While you're thinking about that, let me show you something I was working on earlier. I think it's pretty cool. Check out my boots. Now, those are nice and fancy on this side with the white, and on this side with the dark. Now I can stick a custom boot in your, well, probably in the mud. I'm pretty impressed with that. Did that with the UV. Haitian laser 5-watt UV. So my episode soon is going to be engraving boots with a UV laser. These are lugs. Lugs. Got them at a store called Gabe's for $19.99 for the pair. So it was well worth investing in a pair for the channel. I am impressed. I like both finishes. Which do you guys like best? The light or the dark? And these are frag out scrolls, so I sent them over. I sent the picture of this, actually a little video, over to Steve, so you can check it out. But I told him that I would be wearing these boots scrolling around town instead of strolling. It's a terrible joke. You still want to laugh at it, though. Or you want to laugh at me. Either way is fine. Steel toe? No, these are just cheap, on sale for $20 boots. They're very flexible. I do have some steel toe boots. Burn through the material and then engrave the steel toe. That's all they are. Cheap boots. Typically, I wear Keens. I like the fit of the Keens, especially they're assembled in USA boots. They fit nice. I like those. That's what I typically wear when I'm wearing good boots. Cartel boots. I don't know. I'm not sure what boots the cartel wears. Or does it depend on which cartel as to what style of boots? You know, like you know which cartel you're in by which boot you're wearing. Are you wearing a lugs versus a Rocky versus Keen versus Wolverine, etc., etc.? Clean up some of those plastics. I don't want to just mess up one of these tags, but I would like to engrave one of these. It would make a nice burn to learn necklace that I could wear. Be accessorized. Yeah, I'll definitely put a camera on this. I don't see why not. Pardon me, I'm looking for a ring. And I can't find it. I thought it was sitting here. Yeah, there it is. Check this out. There's a signet ring. Did some 3D engraving on this guy. So here's a good view. And polished it back to a shiny silver, just like it was before I engraved it. That one fits on the pinky. Fiber laser will do the dark acrylics. It'll do a black acrylic real well. Let's see if I have any black. I did have some black sample pieces. I have a blue. I don't know if it'll do a transparent blue, but we can experiment and try. There's only one way to learn. We're going to have to burn to learn. So we'll do a transparent blue acrylic, which blue is going to be the absolute worst color to even attempt. So if this works, I will be very surprised. Although it will engrave clear cast acrylic. So why not? Because you can use your fiber laser and engrave clear cast acrylic and create like a crackly bubble effect. And it's actually inside the acrylic is where that happens instead of the surface. And I don't know if you can hear it, but it is starting to crackle. So if I run this a few times, a few passes, it will basically leave some dark marks in there. You see it's starting to crackle and pop. And this actually, engraving this small is going to need less power. Because it'll just want to burn it up. With the acrylic, what I've found is you want to use less power and more passes to achieve a nice even result with a crackly finish. But I've never tried the transparent blue. It's worth experimenting. But this setting that I have for the clear runs three passes. Maybe it's 4. I haven't used this since last Christmas when I did Christmas ornaments on acrylic with the fiber laser. I'm just going to stop it there and take a look. Yeah, it's just a little bit toasty. I do have a different setting. Luckily, I had aluminum under there, Jack, just to make sure I didn't mark the bed. I thought I had some black. That's clear. Here's a piece of black. I think that's black. Yes, it is. I need to take the masking off of it. $20 no. And that's from experience. I've tried. It's just, it was really frustrating to try to get a nice 3D engraving with that low of power. And it takes forever. With proper settings with the 80-watt, I can do a nice 3D engraving, and depending on the image, say 25 to 30 minutes. With the 50-watt Raycus, in under an hour. And that's a 50-watt. There's a reason I've been in contact with JPT, trying to work on a collaboration video to teach people how to upgrade their laser sources to a higher wattage laser source. And that's for the folks that buy the 20s and 30s and then end up extremely disappointed when it's not performing up to their expectations. All right. So here's black acrylic. I have a good setting for black acrylic. And it's transferring over to the 60-watt just fine. Yeah, for the stuff that Jack does, he'd never be able to survive anymore with a 30-watt. So there's the white, nice white mark on the black acrylic. Now that doesn't require a lot of power. 20 or 30 watt would definitely do that. Okay, I just want to see what happens if I run this setting a couple times, if it would lighten it up a little bit. Since I don't have settings for the 60-watt. Second pass is definitely brighter. Third, from my angle, is looking roughly the same. It's just looking at it on camera. So yeah, that setting with 2 passes is even brighter. It's a little brighter. What next? Anything else? If nothing else, we can get ready to wrap this up. It's been an hour and 40 minutes. Anyone? Last call for any questions? Although I do have a keychain sitting in front of me. All right. right, I talked myself into it. I think I'm going to do this leatherette keychain real quick. Needs to be roughly 25 millimeters wide. Frame. And I am going to adjust my focus this time. Do you need to go up? Sweet. I might have to make some burn to learn keychains and just give them away when somebody orders an Air Assist kit or something. Let me find my JDS leatherette setting. Oh, let's see. All right, here we go. So the fiber laser will do leatherette. Oh, it is. Burn to learn is trademarked. It's even on. You'll see the little TM even there on the logo. I forgot to turn the light back on. And it's not the correct setting. I selected the Raycus setting. Whoops. Might be a little toasty. Yeah, 30 watt will definitely do leatherette and the black acrylic. Yeah, it's a little toasty. But you have to burn to learn. I just learned don't use a Raycus 50 watt setting with a JPT 60 watt. So in order to save time, I'm just going to show you how that is a little toasty. So let's do the other side. But I don't mind making mistakes. People can learn from my mistakes and then not make the same ones and not waste material. All right. I think I have the proper setting now. It's not looking too bad. Thanks for posting those links, Jeremy. I appreciate it. Yeah, that's looking much better than the first go round. Still not perfect, but it's better. Well, no, actually, it's pretty good. It's just the little stuff in the middle that burn a little bit too hot. But overall, not bad. for the first time using this. And it is performing exactly the way I expected. So that's a good thing. So far, after the first hour and what are we at? Hour and 45 minutes. So I'd give this Monport 2 thumbs up. 2 thumbs up. The Z-axis works fine. The core file seems to be working fine. The timings seem fairly accurate from the factory. The configuration file was available to import into Lightburn. So that saved a ton of time right off the bat. And we were marking an accurate graphic with the first burn. That was the index, the business card that I sized to 80 millimeters tall on the graphic and measured it, and it was perfect 80 millimeters. So I'm very happy. I'm pleased. I think I could take this out right now and mark some stuff that wasn't practice stuff and be pretty confident with it. All I need to do is learn those settings and the nuances of the 60 watt versus the 80, but good place to go, or a good place to start. So far, I like it. I'm going to put it through its paces and use it to do some videos. I'm going to use it to do the 3D testing for the presentation I'm giving at the Lightburn Experience next month. So it'll definitely get some hours on it between now and that presentation, and we'll see how it performs. But so far, I like it. And I think I might order that 150 lens for it too, just to have a little bit smaller lens. And it has enough power to run a 300 as well. I would want to get a tower extension first, because it's not like the newer laser where you can spin the tower and extend the gavel head out and work off the side of the bed. Like, you loosen this up and you can spin it, and then you loosen these up and you can move this back and forth. So that adds a lot of extra functionality there, which this one doesn't have. So comparing the two, that'd be the main drawback, but overall I like it. But thank you for tuning in. I appreciate you hanging out with me. I'll post a replay of this, and if you want to watch it again. But for the 14 of you that are currently hanging out, again, thank you so much. I greatly appreciate it. But that's it for tonight. I hope you guys have a great evening. See you later.